is train your mind to block these thoughts. Okay, see what I'm saying? So it's here, but you got to go back and look at these things. Okay, now let me give you something to understand some of this. Okay, because this is where, right, the door comes in. Why? Because you got things coming and going. You got traffic. You got you got things coming and going. When the door, something should knock on your door before you even let it in. Your door should not just be wide open to let all kinds of traffic go through your mind. It's a practice. Okay? You have weapons. See, this is what he's trying to let you know. You got weapons to defend yourself in these areas that you can't even see. It's spiritual, but you got weapons. Okay? All right. Now, let me just go back over that. Discernment. Okay. Are you with me so far? There's no gift of discernment. Okay, this is some of the stuff that's been thrown out there. God has given me the gift of discernment. No, he hasn't, because there is no gift of discernment. It's discerning of spirits, which is a manifestation of the Spirit. Okay, for you to know the origin, okay, of the thing that's coming at you. Now, here's one of the ways, right, you identify certain things, right, by which weapon it's trying to get you to use. If it's trying to get me to use the old weapon, I know that ain't come from God. The devil is not going to try to get you to use your godly weapons. This is how you start to be able to do what? Discern. Okay, just to help you out with some of this though. But discernment, perception, intentions, imaginations, reasons, arguments, these are things, okay, that you have weapons to make sure they're lining up. You want to perceive things like God perceives things. You want to imagine what he imagines. Okay, that's why we went over in Isaiah. That's why we went over that. His thoughts are not our thoughts, but his word comes so that when we grab his word, we can think just like he thinks. We can imagine just like we can see things. There's the real thing with thinking and thoughts is how you see things. You want to see it just like he sees it. Okay, are you with me so far? Good. It's a practice there that you should be practicing. Do what? To line my thoughts up, to line my mind up with his mind. Why? It's a lot going on. Can you stabilize yourself? Okay. You know, he says something too here that's very important though. Over in 2 Corinthians 10:3-6, you got to turn there. He said this: having a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. You know, I just had to sit and think about that. That let me know something, and I'll get into it a little bit later. Obedience has a process. There's a process to you obeying. Okay? It's a process. I'll give you the short version. Start, middle, finish. Okay? Start, middle, finish. Okay? There's a process there. Well, he's saying, how are we going to be able to get back or put things in the right place if we ain't obedient? How you going to do that? This is fundamental. Okay? For as much then as Christ has suffered for us in the flesh, okay? You got for Christ in the flesh. Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind, for he that suffered in the flesh has ceased from what? Has ceased from sin. What did he cease from? Missing the mark and not sharing in the prize. Okay, verse 2 says this, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of God. Isn't that also what you're supposed to be doing with your members? That's why I put them there. The correlation, okay, is what? Is that not only do you yield yourself, you yield your members. To what? To the will of God. Huh? You know what some of us has done with the will of God? You've made it a mystery. Since you made it a mystery, right, the enemy can play with it. Why? Because you didn't make the will of God practical for your life. You know, whatever he told you to do right now, do that and everything else will be revealed. Don't get too, sometimes we get to I need to learn all this. No, that's the American in you. Thinking you need to learn. See what that is? Huh? thinking you need to learn all. No. Do what you're told. Huh? Let them show you what you need to be doing. Are you with me so far? Now. What is suffering? Anybody? What's suffering? Okay, we got that. But you know that once you go through it sometime, you gotta go through it because you gotta help people out with it. Because sometimes you get resistant temptation and you don't know the inner workings of what's going on and you get stuck. Okay? Now, let me give you the technical definition so then you can understand some things about it. Because who said resistant temptation? You're absolutely correct. Say it again. Okay, that's about the same thing. I'm not disagreeing with you. But let me give you this. Okay, because here's the problem with it, right? I think this part right here. And I'll take full responsibility of it because it is resistant temptation. But you have to understand this right here. It is to experience a sensation or impression, usually painful. To experience a sensation or impression, usually painful. It's suffering. Okay? All right? Anybody ever see the movie The Passion of Christ? Well, that passion just means suffering. Okay? That's what it means. Now let me say this. There are two types of suffering. Okay? There are two types of suffering. Okay? Go to 1 Peter 4, verse 12. Two types of suffering. Okay? Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice. Did you see that? But rejoice. Inasmuch that you are partakers of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory should be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy. Now, here's the thing. When we seen his glory be revealed, the first thing we did is got religious and thought heaven, didn't we? When his glory get revealed. But our walk, our journey, our path, our route is from glory to glory. It's now. Okay? All right? Good. If you be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of God rest upon you. If you be reproached, okay, defamed, vilified, okay, all right, for the name of Christ. Now, stay with me here because what happens is we just stay right there with Christ. And not understanding in the spirit realm, there's more going on than just in the natural, y'all. Okay? Because there are things you're going to be required to do in his name. Just for you. Okay? Isn't one of his names, if I put it to you like this, the Prince of Peace? Isn't one of his names our apostle and high priest? Well, you got to think about the stuff that's going to come, not when you proclaim it, when you live it. See, when you start yoking yourself up with the apostle, and start seeing yourself as valuable despite everything that's going on, watch some of the stuff that come because of that. And see, here's the thing. Some of us, we can't take this reproach. That's why we do what? That's why we give into the flesh. Okay? Because as we go along, you're going to see it's going to be some things that's going to help you with some of these things that you neglect. That's why you can't handle it. That's why you give into the flesh. We're going to get into it in a minute. Okay? I just want to show you some of these things. Okay? If you be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are you, for the spirit of glory and of God rest upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, as a thief, as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Okay? Yet, if any man suffer as a Christian, there's two different types of suffering there. Okay, did you see that? He said, don't suffer how? Yeah, don't suffer like that. Because there's a suffering that comes with that. See, this you gotta understand. But there's also suffering coming with being a Christian, okay? Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify God on his behalf. Now, here's the thing. As we go through it, right, we're going to bring it back to what suffering really is. We're going through, yes, an impression or sensation, right? Or I'm feeling something painful, but pay attention, okay? Because sometimes we got a whole group that takes suffering to a whole new level. Everything is just suffering, and then we got a whole group that don't want to suffer nothing, so everything's so mystical, huh? All right, we gotta make sure we're a little bit balanced more here, okay? 1 Peter 3:12. We'll get into it. Yes.
I was just trying to, like, in my own mind, just connect suffering.
Did you write it down? Your question. No. See? I'm telling you, because what? Go ahead. You're trying to connect suffering. Go ahead. Come on. Trying to connect suffering.
With joy, like being joyful.
Hold that question. Write that question down, because I'm going to answer that in 1 minute. I got to show you something though. Please write that down. Trying to connect. You know the question? She's trying to connect suffering with joy. Okay. We're being joyful. Through suffering. I got you. Listen. Now, listen, we're gonna walk right into it. Okay? Watch. You at 3:12? For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, his ears are open unto their prayers, but the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. And who is he that will harm you if you be followers of that which is good? Okay? But if you suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are you, and be not afraid of their terror, nor be troubled. Got me? Go to 1 Peter 2:19. For this is thankworthy if a man for conscience towards God endure grief, suffering wrongfully. Okay? Let me say this, because I think sometimes, let me just say this. This is not optional. The only time it becomes optional is because you don't want to succeed. You want to stay where you're at. Okay? But if you want to grow, this is what. But don't get discouraged when you start to understand what it is. See, sometimes we get that word suffering, and you're thinking, poverty. You thinking, I got to go through the worst things. Nah, see, you're getting religious. That's what you're doing. You're getting religious. Okay? All right? Now, for this is thankworthy if a man for conscience towards God endure grief, suffering wrongfully. For what glory is it if, when you be buffeted for your faults, you take it patiently? But if, when you do well and suffer for it, you take it patiently, this is acceptable with God. Now, let me just throw this out. What weapon popped up for suffering? Patience. Huh? So you got to pull these weapons out now. You got to see them for what they is, okay? Now we can find out why a lot of us can't suffer. Because you ain't got no patience. Huh? Now, if you got a distorted image of patience and you don't know the strength that's there, okay, this going to go right over your head. Now, let me keep going because I want to get somewhere, okay? For even hereunto were you called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us example that we should follow his steps. Here's my point I want you to understand. Suffering step by step. Huh? You ain't jumping over this. Huh? You ain't, listen, you to go through it step by step. Okay? All right? Now, when you add patience to it, watch what it does. Right? Now, it's going to show you how to get over the hurdle. There's some jump language there, but it's going to show you how to get over it. But you really know you're going step by step. How you know? Because Christ, if you look at his life, he went step by step to the cross, through the cross, and did everything he had to do to resurrect. That's what I'm saying. But you got to look at the inner workings of it and everything he had within it, because that's what you require to hold on to. One of the things is patience. I'm going to get into some other things. Somebody said joy. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's a strong weapon, ain't it? I'm going to get into it in a minute, okay? Stay with me here. 22, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth, who, when he reviled not again, when he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to that who judges righteously. There's an issue that we have right there when it's time for us to suffer. We look, and the first question that comes sometimes is, why I got to go through this, God? Like if you don't trust that he got you. Huh? See, it's getting in that closet and let me get an inventory of what's going on. Am I going through this because I did something wrong? See? Mm-hmm. Or am I going through this because this is just a trial? This is part of this package. Most of us, you don't take the time. Any kind of opposition, you already thrown off course or something like that. You're not taking an inventory. Well, find out, because you need to do certain things when you find out which one it is. If I did something wrong, Father, forgive me for my sins. Huh? If I didn't do nothing wrong, I know it's a trial. I know there are certain things I'm supposed to do. Let me talk to him to see, is there any other weapons I need to get through this right now? Okay? Because I need to see it the right way, because I got to get through this. Huh? Are you with me so far? Okay, good. Now,
a couple things, because I'm glad you opened this up, because sometimes the conversations we have, sometimes if we run with one definition, it does seem when we run with just resisting sin.
Right.
And that's back to a conversation in the back crossroads, Samir. If you just run with that sometimes.
Right, temptation, right.
Because like you're pointing out, there's other aspects that will come, and you ain't doing nothing wrong. Just
right.
by nature of being a believer,
absolutely,
following and emulating Christ, suffering will come. But at times, I think we looked at that as persecution. But the word is clearly suffering with this passage you're running through.
Well, persecution is in the camp. It's in the camp, right? It's in the camp.
But he does specifically use suffering as
because of what happens. Let me go back so you can understand something. Let me go back, because you will experience a sensation or impression, usually painful.
Right.
Okay? Now for that, that's the literal definition right there.
Right.
Okay? Once we go through it, you'll see where we got our definition from. Okay? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you want it. But there is, like you said, it's two extremes. One, that the believer's life is nothing but suffering.
Right.
And there's no glory of vindication.
Right.
But there is camps that totally deny that you should experience any pain or sensation.
Absolutely.
In this walk.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And that's asinine too.
It doesn't. That's why.
Extreme.
That's why. And see, some of us sometimes you gotta look sometime and say, hold on, where am I at with this? Because if suffering messes with you, right, that's a lack of understanding what you're really into. See, if it messes with you, because once we go through it, you should see this shouldn't mess with you the way it gets people off course. It should not mess with you. Because you hear the word suffering and you, oh man, I gotta go through this and stuff. No, you're not seeing it the way you need to see it. Okay?
But there is pain involved.
It's pain involved.
We do gotta embrace that part.
I'm going to show you what the pain is, and once I'm going to show you exactly I'm going to show you what it is, so you can see. Oh, that's what that is. You'll see. I'm going to show it to you. Okay. All right. Now, let's go through this one. Okay. But remember, a lot of this comes down to you really don't trust them. See, that's why I put that there. That's why the scriptures put that there on the end. But he committed himself to him who judges righteously. Why? Because if I know, hold on, I ain't do nothing wrong, but I go through this. Oh, Father, you got me. Okay, now let me put my weapons out. Let me stay focused and stuff like that with some of this, okay? All right, good. Now, Hebrews 2:18, here's the question. What did Christ suffer? Okay, Hebrews 2:18, what did Christ suffer? Because we're called to share in his sufferings, correct? So if you don't know what he suffered, okay? Some people think he suffered poverty. Well, that don't make sense. In the sense of, it's how you going to suffer that when you got direct access to the Father? So you got to watch. You see, you got to watch because he's our source. So you got to watch some. You got to watch some of these things that, you know, and everything that come up. Okay. All right. Now, 18. For that he himself have suffered, being what? Tempted. Okay. He's able to help or secure them that are tempted. Okay. Now, let me just say this. Christ overcame every temptation that came his way. Okay? He overcame every temptation that came his way. Okay? Every trial that came his way. Okay? That's why he's the only one, he's the only one qualified to show you how to overcome yours. What's my exhortation to you? Get in the closet. Huh? Why? Some of us, we got a pattern of when something happens, your mind already triggers on how to handle it. It's too fast, and that's what gets you in trouble because it don't work. See? Your mind ain't like his mind because his mind is arm yourself. Your mind is figure it out. Huh? So you got to watch how your mind operates because your mind ain't operating weapons. Huh? It ain't operate. Let me get my orders. It already starts on figuring it out. Some of us, our mind, when something happens, you already on speed dial to 4 or 5 people. Huh? Let something financial come. You know, you gotta watch your movements. You gotta watch how you function, right? And forgetting, hold on. I serve him because what happens is we go through all this stuff, it don't work. And the ghost trying to talk to you. Now at the end of your rope, it's like, listen, let me pray about this now. But that's a lack of training. Some immaturity there. Huh? You got to train that mind and stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me go in. When they came and told Jesus about John the Baptist they had took his head. Huh? What he did? Huh? You know, didn't Paul say after he got called, he said, immediately I conferred not with flesh and blood. Huh? You know, some of us have learned, I better not even talk to nobody about this. Why? They're going to mess it up for me. Because they're going to say something and it's going to get stuck in my head and I'm going to be messed up already. You ain't got trained. No, let me go talk to him and stuff like that. Let me tell you a practice. Listen to me well. Go to him. Let him solve it for you. Before you talk, let him show you how to do it. Let him show you, right? Now, if you talk to anybody else about it, you'll find something out. Because either they're going to confirm what he said, right? Or they're going to be off. Huh? And you're going to know, dang, they off. They way off. Huh? I went through a situation, right? And I was learning. I made a mistake, right? When I was at the jails, right? We had what happens is the jails don't provide money for Bibles or don't provide money for resources for the inmates and stuff like that. And I'm just coming on and everything and so I'm stuck with I got to get some literature, you know, and it's hitting me, it's messing with me because the jail holds 1,100 inmates and we overcrowded. And I ain't got no Bibles. Right? So I went to, we had the little John, the little circle of men, that laymen or whatever they were and stuff, and talked to them and stuff. I don't know what we got out of that and stuff. I went to Crossroads. We got some mini we got some mini Bibles out of that. I went to the church at Second Mennonite. We got a case out of them, right? Now the thing is, y'all, here's the thing. You're grateful for these things, right? But I want you to sit and think about plus inmates. I want you to sit and think about that, right? I'm struggling, right? God talking to me. I'm going in the closet and stuff like that. Boom, I got it. He said, here's your problem. You went everywhere else before you came to me. Oh, man. I said, oh, man, I did. Man, I broke down because I seen it. I did not go to him for this. I seen it. I said, Father, forgive me for my sins. You know, boom, show me how to handle this. He said, you come to me for resources. I went, this is what I'm saying to you, before everything turned out the way, I went to the Damascus Road. That's where I went to. I went to Damascus Road, which is what kind of training? What kind of training? And I went to an anti-racism training. The trainer was so African, right? He had the African joint with, he had, you know, boom, the sister who was there, she had her whole joint on African and everything. I'm in there with a lot of, you know, different black people, a couple white people in there and stuff like that, boom. So I presented this problem to him, even though I had the answer already. But I presented this problem to him. One individual said, you know, you need to write your congressman. Huh? When she off. I mean, if you'd have seen how eloquent she said it, though, you know what I mean? But you know when something happened when she does. Huh? She writes, huh? Boom, she off. Another person said, you know what you need to do? You need to go around, write a letter, go to all the local churches and get them to what you call them. Who got time for that, man? Who got time for that? I mean, so they gave me some answers. They was all off. Nobody said go in the closet. Nobody said, let God show you how to get. Nobody said none of that. And I'm thinking I'm in a little Christian joint and everything. This is us sometimes. You find out everybody that's just said they're Christians, you in these Christian organizations, you in these Christian things, everybody ain't going to him for resources. Some of us, we ain't got the privilege not to go to him. See, you got to understand some of this too, okay? Some of us, if I put it to you like this, your route ain't privileged because you got to show others how to do it. And he ain't letting you get privileged because you got to show others how to do it. It's your route. Huh? Now you want to be a leader. Can you handle it? Huh? When you got to do it the rough way. Long story short, I came to the jails and stuff like that, and I walked in, and the correctional officer said, chaplain, she said, where you been? I ain't seen you in a while, and different things like that. And she was talking to the other chaplain, and he was like, well, if I'm here, the other chaplain's here. She was like, who? He was like, the chaplain right there. He's like, he's not a chaplain. It's like, yo, what makes you think I'm not? Yes, I am, right? She said, man, if I'd have known he was a chaplain, I'd have gave him this. It's a box of Bibles sitting there and everything. Listen, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Just listen to me. What was that when we first started? How many years ago was that?
More than 10.
More than 10 years ago. Listen to me, y'all. The Bibles ain't stopped yet. I'm just trying. The Bibles ain't stopped yet. Huh? Listen. I do not, listen. I'll tell you this. On the inside, let's say the Bibles get low. Do you think I'm tripping? Why? Because I already know. God got that. I done been through the process already. It's a practice. Like I said, I did something wrong at first. Huh? Learn from that mistake. Huh? I don't care what it is. Go to him first. That's why you get in that closet. All right? Now, Christ never offered his members for unrighteousness, although the pressure on him was always intense. So then suffering is what he felt when he resisted temptation. Okay? You got that? How do you know? Because he never yielded to temptation. Okay? One of our issues with temptation, okay? One of our issues with it is that we have categorized sins, and if we're not yielding to the big sins, then we don't scrutinize ourselves like we should But let me say this so you can understand something. A little leaven levels the whole lump. So now, you know, and this is where you know you're religious. This is how you know. Because you say to yourself, if I'm not doing that, I'm okay. Huh? But are you analyzing? Are you scrutinizing? Are you still giving it to temptations? Because if I'm not, see, that's why you gotta get the closet. So this is where your meter ain't, I'm not doing this, so I'm good. Okay, hold on, because I know that may not be the thing what you call them. Okay, good, I got that. Okay, good. But we got some other ones here that messes you up. See, this is some of the stuff you need to start looking at. Because sometimes we think, oh, I ain't getting high. That don't mean you ain't yielding to temptation. I'm not fornicating. That don't mean you ain't yielding to temptation. Huh? I'm not stealing enough. I'm not scamming. I'm not. That does not mean you're not yielding to temptation. What happens is you got a chalk list of stuff. If I'm not doing this, I'm cool. That's not Christianity. That's religion. Huh? You might as well just put the 10 Commandments up. See that? Let me give you some things not to yield to. Or a little bit of it mess you up. Okay? Worry. I guarantee you probably got over 50 chances a day to worry about something. Maybe more. Huh? You know what that thing going to do? It's going to choke the word out you. Let me, man, it's a lot of things. Listen, it's a lot of things to worry about. A lot of people worry about money. Huh? People worry about their relational status. Huh? It's a lot of things to sit up there and worry about. Huh? When you going to commit yourself to him? You know, you got to think about if you're worrying, right? You're not thinking about the things of God. Huh? You got to sit and think about that. Huh? See, do you really have, see, watch this. The reason you worrying, right? Because what's happening is that you don't want to resist it. Huh? Because resisting it you're going to feel something. Huh? And you don't want to resist it. You want to worry. You want to sit there and keep rehearsing it and rehearsing it and rehearsing it. And you know they ain't do nothing. Watch what I'm saying to you. You're not going to feel the suffering part, but you are going to satisfy your flesh by worrying. And that's why some of us are good at it. Why? It satisfies the flesh. Huh? Are you with me so far? Listen, this is the thing you're going to find something out, right? You're going to find something out, right? Some of you probably never been addicted to drugs or addicted to anything. You're addicted to this. See, you're addicted. See, that's why sometimes when you get into the world of addiction, right, you got to start really, because what happens is here we go again. Addiction, drugs, that's the first thing that comes. That's the first. Sex, that's the first. These the gambling, that's the first thing. Well, hold on. Why you ain't saying nothing about worry? Let me keep going. Let me get another one. Unforgiveness. Huh? Some of y'all know unforgiveness is camped in your heart. Huh? It's camped there. Huh? Now, here you go. Here you go with some crazy stuff. Here it is. You know, I can forgive everybody. I just can't forgive myself. Huh? Now you got to sit and think about that. There's nothing that got truth behind that. God is the one who orchestrates forgiveness. Huh? There's nothing to say, I got to forgive myself. If you could, you'd have probably been there. Why would you not want to forgive yourself? You got to sit and think about that. If that was the case, because you can't. Huh? But I'm going to tell you something. You can sit there and let it mess with your heart. Anger, a little bit of it. Huh? Pointed in the wrong way. Some of y'all know if you had an anger meter walking around, huh? Yours would be high. You haven't even dealt with the reasons you are really angry. Huh? and stuff. That's why some of y'all, you know, on the low, you a nasty person. Bitterness. See, all this stuff is sitting up on the low, huh? You'll find out when you get in charge of something, huh? You'll find out when you get in a relationship and somebody lets you know, man, you just nasty. You didn't even think you was nasty. You think you God's gift, huh? And stuff. Yeah, okay, but you ain't deal with nothing on the inside and stuff, and you got all this stuff sitting on the inside of you and everything. Here's another thing. Let me give you another one. A little bit of this. Looking back. I mean, I sit and think about, you know, strategically why he got you looking back. Let me give you some more. I want to get to one. I want to get to one in particular. Not this one, but this is good too. Meddling in other people's lives. A little bit of this junk. You know, sometimes, not all the times, right? People think this is what pastors are supposed to do. They're supposed to be involved in my life. Man, you hard-headed. Who want to be involved in? Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. Why don't you, before you get the pastor get involved, why don't you let Jesus get involved? Let's do that first. Before you go to the flesh part, why don't you go to the spiritual part? Here's the thing about this right here. This is what I put for meddling in other people's lives. This is what I put as a little subject under that. You always trying to interpret what's going on in somebody else's life. Can you see what I'm saying? You think you are the spiritual guru. I am the interpreter. Huh? Yep. Yeah, but you'll see it because there's something else here that goes with that. Here's this. Let me give you some of this other stuff that you need to be looking at. You're not giving your best. Huh? See, when the temptation come for you to just give the minimum. Huh? You got to sit and think about that. What have you given your best to yet? Huh? You got to sit and think about that. That's because this requires it. But it's so easy, especially when you get into a comfortable position, right? Not to give your best. You're ungrateful. I mean, you got to think about the spirit that governs you. Are you grateful or are you ungrateful? Huh? Yes, and think about that. How most of the time what do you really sit back and thank God that you're grateful for instead of complaining? Okay? Here's the other thing I want to put here. You're religious. You put something on that, right? And here's the religious part. You tell things to people that you don't even practice yourself. Here's the thing. If you're telling somebody something scripturally and you never even looked it up yourself, huh? Man, how dare you? Huh? Do you see what I'm saying here? You know, with some of this, man, you know, it's that you just need a real cleansing. Huh? Cause for real, a lot of this, man, is just it's too much and it's too long.
What's the cleansing?
What's the cleansing? Depends from what? Which one you need it? I got a list here. Which one? See which one?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I probably got like half of them except for two of them. I ain't religious and I don't want to know nobody's business.
All right, well, let's do this though. Let's just do this because you see, did you hear that? I thank you. I'm gonna mess with you in a minute and stuff. Did you hear what he said? Huh? Because that's what I was talking about, wasn't I? Huh? He said I probably got half of them except for. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying? Just don't worry. Listen. Let me help you out. Listen, let me help you out. Let me help you out. I've been through all of them. Okay? Let me look at these real good. Because anger tried to creep up in me too. See, didn't I tell y'all before where these cuss words coming from? Huh? See, the reality of it is that I'm walking into it. You ain't exempt from none of these things. Huh? And let me give him the cleansing in one. Let me get the cleansing. For you, go. Let me get the cleansing. 1 John 1:7. 1 John 1:7. Let me get the cleansing. John, hold your question now. I got you, all right? Read it out loud.
If we walk in the light as he himself is in the light, we have fellowship with one another in the blood of Jesus. His Son cleanses us from all sin.
Now hold on. So you can answer your own question from that. But let me ask you a question. The things I named, what you think they are now from that scripture? See, you see? Well, let me give you another. They're old weapons. Huh? See that? Huh? All right. What's up, Zah?
I was just, when he was like, except for two.
Yeah.
Really, pretty much all of us, we deal with all those things in different areas. But that's where this was perfect. We need light on. We don't know the certain areas.
Right,
until
I
they
might
get
not
exposed.
realize it, right.
So you might not be religious in this area, but then he'll expose. No, you're religious in this area.
I could tell you this. I could tell you something on here that frustrates me the most. I could tell you that. And that's when I'm not giving my best. Huh? See, that frustrates me the most. Why? After all he did for me? Huh? And I ain't giving him my... See, this is why he says that. This is why the scripture says this. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God. See that? Because he wants you to go back and look at that mercy he had for you and see, does it propel you to give your best? Huh? Can you see what I'm saying? So these are things. Why? Because I just want to get out of some of the typical things so that we can start really looking at, okay, some of the things that we need to be fighting against, because a lot of times we don't want to suffer with him. That's why we allow these things to keep going. Huh? Listen, the reason I'm saying is because these are not things that are just put it to you like this. They're just little things. These are strongholds in you. Huh? Listen, that's how you know, because it's a fight to get them out of you. Huh? And in order to get it out, you're going to have to suffer. Huh? And that's why we ain't seeing, let me give you this. That's why you ain't seeing the deliverance. See? That's why, listen, let me put it to you. And I'm not coming to nobody, but them deliverance meetings. What happens there, right? No suffering. No walking nothing out. It's just boom. Huh? Do you really think we laying our hands on you and you falling on the floor gonna help you deal with your worry? Huh? Somebody, you better let some of them know I've been dealing with this for 20 years. Huh? You're gonna have to really be anointed for this one. Huh? There's some of this, listen, you gotta sit and think about how long unforgiveness been sitting in you. Anger. Huh? Some of it, listen to me, you know what's funny is, some of y'all were religious before you became a Christian. Huh? You know, some of y'all, you break a mirror and you got 7 years back, that's your religion. Black cat, oh, watch that black cat. Don't step on the crack. It's your religion. Huh? Can you see them? Because you're thinking something going to happen to you or something going to come back to you because you did. So that's religious. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? No, you got to make sure. That's what I'm saying. Are you resisting temptation? Are you suffering when it comes to these things? Huh? Let me give you this. And this is what I'm saying. We're going to walk right into it. Being a child of God does not exempt you from suffering temptation. I think this is one of the things that sometimes we think when we get saved, okay? And some of us, I love the Lord, but why is all this happening? Why is all this going on? Well, it's two things you need to go check. Did I do something wrong or is it a trial? Don't stay there in there. Oh, why is this happening? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Go to Hebrews 5:8. My language changed when stuff goes on. My language changed. My language, something happened. Oh, this what it is. It's real. Oh, this what it is? Oh, okay. Oh, this is what it is. You know, if I did something wrong, I'm immediately, Father, forgive me for my sins and wash me clean with your precious blood. Okay? Give me the grace that I need, okay, to strengthen me with all this. You see, give me the light that I need. I'm not seeing it right. You know, I'm not approaching it right. Huh? And everything. Keep my heart open to receive those instructions. Being a child of God does not exempt you from suffering temptation. Okay? It's one of the myths that messes people up sometimes when they get saved or they start living the Christian life. They can't understand why is stuff still going on. I thought I did the right thing. You did. You did. But this is part of the package for you to grow. Let me. Though he were a son, what was he? Yet learned he obedience, by the things which he what? Okay, good. Now, let me say this to you. He learned how to use the spiritual weapon of obedience by resisting temptation. Obedience have a start, middle, and finish. He was obedient unto death. See? He was obedient unto death. Okay? A lot of times in our lives, with certain things, you wouldn't be obedient until the manifestation. You want to stay with it. Until you get the results. Now, here's a dynamic of this I just want to bring out for you, okay? Christ was obedient unto what? Okay, now. What do you think he believed that pushed him to the limit or the level of obedience unto death? What do you think he believed? Resurrection. He believed the resurrection. Now hold on. Now see, this is why I'm saying this. Okay, stay with me here, right? Because suffering, right, is a form of you dying to yourself. Let me tell you can understand something. Suffering is a form of you dying to yourself. So here's another part of this. The reason why many of us don't like to suffer is because you don't believe in the resurrection. You don't believe in the resurrection. Now here's my thing though. Because I don't want to see you shouting and you got all your pastel colors on in Easter. It's right around the corner. And you ain't dying daily? You ain't suffering daily? You know, if you really believed in the resurrection, you would have no problem with suffering unto death. If you really believed in it. Now you can see why some of us, we don't want to suffer. Why? You don't believe he's going to resurrect those things. Where at in your life? Can you see what I'm saying here? That's why I'm saying this to you, okay? Now, though he were a son, yet learned. Okay? Now you know what learned dealt with. It deals with the hard-headed. You know, the hard-headed are those who don't have the mind of a servant, who don't have the mind. You will never identify Christ as hard-headed. Can you see what I'm saying here? Now, when it got into learning, right? Did any dimensions of Jesus come up when it got into learning? I got the ox. Learn of me. I'm on your side. Anything else? Forerunner? Who said that was you? Forerunner? What you say forerunner? I'm not disagreeing with you. Training? I'm not disagreeing. Huh? What image? What images of Jesus? Because, huh? Say it again. The captain? I'm not disagreeing. Because you're going to have to learn from all of them, ain't you? You know that. But there's some specific here too, isn't it? Huh? Let me give it to you. Let me get to you. The disciple is not above his master, but when he is fully trained, he should be just like his master. You're going to have to learn from your master. Now, let me give you some things here. Okay? Because we're dealing with some things here, right? Because you have to learn how to suffer the right way. Because there are two types of suffering, ain't it? You have to learn how to suffer the right way. Now, stay with me here, okay? Because I want you to get into this a little bit, okay? Now, you're going to have to learn how to get strengthened. You're going to have to learn how to activate your weapons. And you're going to have to learn how to yoke yourself to him, okay? Now, watch. You do it all the same way. I'm just putting it different ways. You do it all the same way. I'm just putting it different ways, okay? What? Strengthen, activate your weapons, and yoke yourself to him. You have to learn how to do it, okay? Now, let me walk you through it, okay? Let's go over to Psalms 104:15. Psalms 104:15. Wine that makes glad the heart of man. Is that true? That's true. How you know it's true? Just right out. We just jumped right out of his religion, didn't we? Huh? He didn't even hesitate, did he? Huh? He said, "I've drunk it before." That's why. Yeah, absolutely. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? Okay, good. Now, okay. Oil makes his face to shine. Is that true? Huh? We know it's true. Huh? Deal with that ashiness, doesn't it? Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? You don't like to be ashy out in public, do you? Somebody recognize it, huh? You put some lotion on, gang. What's going on with you? Huh? Coming outside like that, huh? I was very, very, how can I put it to you? I run straight outside without none of this. I was just raw. I was just, you used to run outside too? No, see, don't, listen, it's light-skinned people and all that. Listen, listen, I'm just telling you, listen.
You ain't the darkest brother in the room, ladies. Sit down.
I wasn't the best with hygiene. Let me just help you out. I was just rough, raw, and rugged. I wasn't. And if it wasn't for sometimes running into certain women, girls back in the day, who liked you and just try to put you on, and stuff like, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta clean your nails, and I was just rough, man. I was just rough. Praise God. Okay, but I know I had to learn how to put lotion on, and everything, Vaseline. When you first start, you put too much on. I used to be, I'm trying to tell you, man. And bread, which strengthens man's heart. Can you see this here? Stay with me here, because this is going to be fundamental to you getting strengthened, you activating your weapons, and you yoking yourself to him. Is eating the bread so it can strengthen your heart. Now, we know that you need to eat the bread that's what? Listen, if you don't listen, if we was to diagnose you, right? And look at what's going on in your life and look at what you're studying, somebody sit back and say, "Well, why are you studying that if you're going through this?" Doesn't make sense. Huh? It doesn't make sense. Why? Because now it's time to grow up and say, "Hold on. If I'm dealing with this, let me search this out, okay, to help me with it." Huh? I think that's when things started to change a little bit for me, because I was graduating from the Daily Bread and Max Lucado. So I was graduating, and it was like, listen, you got to put that down. Now you got to get in here yourself and make your own peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now listen, here's my thing. It took time for me to get equipped, okay, with certain things or tools that I had, okay? Like the Matthew Henry commentary, okay? All right, first of all, it was this thick, right? And you need a magnifying glass to read that joint. Because it was so small. I mean, Matthew Henry wasn't playing. He'll probably spend 20 pages on one scripture. That's how in depth it was. Not saying it was all what you go. I'm just saying that's how it was. So I had to get used to that. Then I had the Strong's Concise Dictionary that had the subject guide in the back. Now that's what helped me a whole lot, because if I was dealing with something like faith, I can go in the back and it got a whole thing on faith I can go through. Then it had stuff it was connected to. I can go back and look. Oh man, write it all down. Okay. Now here's the thing. Some of y'all, you don't even invest in some of these things. Now, a lot of this stuff you can probably get online for cheap, but you're not investing. I hope you don't think we just automatically come up with some of these definitions and different things. No, we searching, we digging, and letting the Spirit minister to us while we're doing it. We want everybody to be on the same page. Can you see what I'm saying here? Okay? We don't want you to be lost. You know, sometimes I can see, I'd be like, you know, it is what it is. It's like, you know what? I can tell you ain't in it by some of your questions. Because some of this, let me give you this. Not only some of your questions, but I can tell you ain't what you call them, because if I go back over the lessons, I went over it a couple times and you still ain't get it. Because I know sometimes we don't go over the lessons as much as we should. You see what I'm saying here? But we're going to stay diligent on it for you to get it, okay? And everything. But some stuff you're going to get dealt with, because it's like, why you don't know that by now? Can you see what I'm saying here? Okay? Now, go to John 11. Let me just show you this. Let me show you this. Then I'll show you some things you got to learn. Let me just show you this. John 11:21. I want to show you this. Then said Martha unto Jesus, Lord, if thou had been here, my brother had not died. But I know that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of God, God will give it to thee. Jesus said unto her, your brother shall rise. Okay? Your brother shall rise again. Martha said unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day. Now hold on. Now, if she's unclear with what he's saying, she should ask that question. You see this? She should probably say, hold on. What do you mean he going to rise again? Instead of thinking she knows what he's saying. Because you'll see something here. Watch the pattern here, right? And you got to watch this pattern in you. Watch this. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believes in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whoever liveth and believed in me shall never die. Do you believe this? She said unto him, yea, Lord, I believe that thou art the Christ, the Son of God, which shall come into the world. Now hold on. Is her theology wrong? Her theology about things ain't wrong. Okay? So then what's the problem? So you got to speak up a little bit.
He was telling her, I'm the resurrection, and she was speaking, I believe you're the Messiah, the Son of God. He was speaking on like her situation. I'm the resurrection, therefore people believe in you.
So what's her issue?
She's looking at a different, I would say, dimension of it.
Okay, all right, okay.
She's looking at it as
I'm sorry.
She looking at an event where he a person.
Okay.
She can't see past her brother's death.
Who?
She can't see past, like, her brother being dead.
Okay.
She's looking at what's in front of her, even though her thought is right, her belief is wrong, or the way she's feeling about it.
Okay. What you got?
She focused, it looked like she focused a lot on what she knows intellectually,
Oh.
but not what ministering to.
Hmm? She going through her Rolodex of scriptures, ain't she? Is he not right there telling her exactly what to believe? Huh? Now you got to sit and think about this because I'm going to tell you something. This is us in the closet. He telling you exactly what to believe. And what you doing? You going through your Rolodex of scriptures. Hmm? Now, here's my point. Although she is theologically correct, did you notice what she has, she can't fight with? Because look at her disposition now. Huh? What's up, dog?
That reminded me a lot of the two dudes
Yes.
on the road.
To Damascus. That's
You believe all this, but you're still sad.
That's why you have to understand why we talk closet and why we talk making sure you're feeding or getting the bread that's convenient for you. Why? She off somewhere else. He right there. Listen, I guarantee this is how some of us are in our lives right now. I guarantee you. He trying to tell you for something right now and you off somewhere down there. What you got?
No, I was going to say that was a joyful moment to know that he was the resurrection. But then she went into, like you said, a fall off or something. That's just like what Jenny just.
I'm getting ready to get into that. But she couldn't get joy, could she?
No.
You see that? Because because she can't. Why can't she receive it?
Yeah.
He ministering to her right there. Can you see this right here? Huh? I just want you to see. Some of the stuff. They in the book.
That's it.
I want you to see some of this. Now you can go back and look at the woman at the well because she went through the same different things. Huh? And still didn't get what you call them until she received, the water that he gave her. Okay? All right? This will help some of us out who think I got to know a lot. See, this will help some of us out think I need to know a lot of this stuff and everything. And well, I like to let people know this. First of all, right? For myself, right? I know I don't get it the first time. Now, some of y'all, you probably say, well, I want to get it like he got it or whatever. Well, I got 26 years in. You know? Plus, this is my gift. So there's other things that come with it. But the thing I want you to understand is that we give y'all everything we got, right? And a lot of this sometimes comes down to what kind of work you putting in. Okay? Can you see what I'm saying here? Because, and I'll put some of this too, I'll put some of this here with this, right? It's because to get some of this, you ain't going to get it. And I'm going to tell you why. It has nothing to do with the gift. You just ain't going to get it. You know why? You don't want to suffer to get it. You want to talk on that phone. Huh? You want to go down South Street and get a big slice of pizza. Huh? See, there are things that you don't want to give up. Can you see what I'm saying here? In order to get some of this sometimes. Because I already know for some of this, it takes time. It takes time. Ain't nothing, you think you're going to sit down and everything just going to drop. Just like that. Oh, praise the Lord, I got it. No, it ain't. Now you get some surface stuff. I mean, anybody can go to a scripture and run off the mouth. I mean, come on. Huh? I'm talking about something with some substance on it. Something that's going, help people really in their journey. Okay? It's going to take time. But do you want to, what can you put off? See, here's the assumption. The assumption is, right, that, And this is the extreme to it, that, oh man, I ain't gonna be able to do nothing if I have to do. No, you got a religious mindset. You see what I'm saying? Let me help you out with some of this so you can understand. You know what it's going to probably take for some of y'all? For just a little time management. A little time management. Prioritizing. You know, this is, what's up, money? This, you know, I do this at this time. See, I do this at this time. You know, and everything. And what'll help you out is if you learn how to meditate. Why? He can minister to you. See, when you start to learn how to meditate instead of worry, and this is what messes some of us up, he can't give it to you because your mind ain't stayed on him. It's on the problems. There are times when I'm studying and I'm amped and I'm what you call them and I'm like, oh man, this is some good stuff and everything. You know, boom. But it don't start to unfold for real until I get trail. I mean, I got the stuff on, I'm in my zone, and next thing you know, here it come. And it's like, oh man, wow, my mind on him. Now he can just start listening. But imagine if he gotta slice through them problems, then you fighting them with your worry. Huh? You got all these things coming and stuff. Now he can't, what you call them? But as you start to practice, you learn how to keep your mind on. You know what'll help you out with some of this is if you praise him outside of church. You know, some of y'all, you big on praise. No, you ain't. No, you ain't, because you only praise him on Sunday. Huh? You ain't got no real praise game. Can you see them saying? All we got to do is look through your phone. Your phone is secular. Huh? You got more Whitney and Mary than you do CC. Huh? Yeah. Huh? CC Pendleton? Who you talking about? Oh, that was kind of old. He don't already know who she is, do she? Huh? Oh, no. There was always what you call them. You just had to read through the what you call. Oh, I got you. I see what it is and stuff. You know, but my point is, where's your practices at for these things? So you can understand, oh man, you know, listen, I'm gonna tell you what you really want. You want to get flooded. You want to come at these, listen. That's enough. That's enough. Y'all think it's times I'm out there and I stop. I don't care who there. And I say, listen, that's enough. Because it's just coming. But see, that's how he play. Because if you want it, I'm going to give it to you. Huh? You're not going to come after him and he ain't going to flood you. Huh? He'll give you something and your mind won't move. Huh? To be on the glory. You be like, oh, man, listen. Sometimes I just can't contain myself. I'm just trying to tell you what it is and stuff. I don't even know why sometimes you got time to worry. You'll get into some of this stuff that's going on when you got all this glory right here in him. Are you serious? Huh? You start meditating on the ox. You start meditating on the apostle. After you done studied, man, you tripping. Huh? Now, let me just give these last couple things because you got to practice it in order to understand what I'm saying. You'll see it. You'll see it. Or you'll just go the opposite way. Huh? And be stuck in your stuff in your head for the rest of your life. Huh? Listen, here's the thing. Christ is not going to bend your arm to do what he told you to do. He's not going to knock you upside the head just to get you. No, he's going to get your attention, but he ain't. And see, some of y'all think, you know what? If he just do this, man, he just do this, and then I know he real, and then I do what he want me to do. No, he ain't, and he ain't never do it. Huh? You don't want to believe. Now, James 1, things to learn. Let me give these things to learn, okay? Here's the first one. The first one, the thing to learn, how to count it all joy. This was Jenny's question, wasn't it? Now, what was your question, Jenny?
How can I be joyful?
Right. You wrote that down? See, that's money. That's money right there. Okay, good. Now. James 1, 2. I'm going to work my way down. I got you. Because I just want you, I'm just going to give you, matter of fact, let me do 2. My brethren, because here's the question. This we got to learn. How to count it all joy when you fall through diverse temptations. When you got to suffer. Here's the thing, right? What you're doing is you're separating soul from spirit. So when you receive what he ministered, when you receive the bread, right? Joy is the indicator, count it all joy, okay, that you received it, right? That joy supersedes the suffering that you're going through. The joy of the Lord is our what? Is our strength. That strength supersedes the temptations or the suffering that you have to go through because you got strength to resist. It supersedes it. Okay? Now you can keep going through it because it's going to show you some more things about strength. Okay? All right? Now, remember, you're resisting temptation. Okay? And you need strength to get through. Joy is the indicator that you receive the strength. Now, let me show you another way to keep it simple, right? Go to John 15 for you. Go to John 15. Let me show you another way right here. Get John 15. Let me show her another way real fast. John 15, get 10. John 15, get 10. Now, let me show it to you this way. Okay? Now, watch how simple this one is, okay? If you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love, even as I kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. Well, we know love never fails. Even when you're suffering, even when you're going through, love never fails. See, you got to understand, you got to put it on it. Now, watch what he says. Watch what he says after that. He said, these things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy may be what? Full. See that? Huh? In your presence is the fullness of joy. See, that comes from you, if I put it to you this way, in the closet or in his presence, receiving until you get filled up on it. When you get filled up on it, right, praise is an indicator, rejoicing is an indicator, and stuff, not complaining or not asking questions. Why do I have to go through it? You'll change onto the other side. It's like, come with me now. You'll be surprised how you act when you strengthened. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? Good. Let me show you another thing here. Go over to Matthew 11, 28. Some things to learn. Matthew 11, 28. Let me get over there with you. Very familiar with this. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and do what? Learn. What do he want you to learn? He said, take my yoke upon me. Learn of me, for I am meek and lowly, and you shall find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Let me just throw something here to help you learn. He wants you to learn, right? How to use the weapons he used, right? So that you can get the victories he got for who he is. Who is he here? He's the ox. He wants you to learn how to use the weapons he used, right? In order for you to do what? Get the victories that he got as the ox. But the victories come when you plow through, huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? The rough ground. Huh? You got to plow through. Can you see what I'm saying here? A lot of us don't want to plow through with the ox because you don't want to suffer with him. You don't want to get to the increase. Huh? Let me show you one more here. Let me show you one here. Go to Philippians 4. Go to Philippians 4. Verse 10. Philippians 4, verse 10. But I rejoice in the Lord greatly, that now at last your care of me has flourished again, wherein you were also careful, but you lacked opportunity. Verse 11. Not that I speak in respect to one. How's he talking then? How's he talking? Maybe you need to read it in your version. That's King James. How's he talking? He says this. Not that I speak in respect of one. Then how's he talking? So who said, where you at? Who said that? How's he talking? He filled up, ain't he? He not talking like he wants some. He talking like he full. When you gonna talk like you full? Huh? Or do you talk from your lack? When you talk from your lack, I guarantee you probably complaining. Huh? When you gonna talk from your richness? Huh? When you gonna talk from it? You know, you gonna talk from it when you yoke yourself up with him. You gonna talk from it when you strengthened by him. You gonna talk, you gonna talk, that's how you gonna talk. Huh? You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna talk empty. You probably ain't talked like this yet. See, that's why I'm saying it to you, because look how he talking. Huh? He said, I'm not talking to you like I need something. I'm full, gang. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? Imagine, for some of y'all, imagine if you talk like that when you got approached by the opposite sex. Huh? Let me take a squizzle. Because you, yeah, because when they come, you talk, they get you because you talk broke. You broke. Huh? You broke. It's called loneliness. You don't talk like you fool. You don't talk like he with you. You don't talk like you married to him. You don't talk like that. That's why they able to ease in. Why? Because they catering on your brokenness. Why? They can hear it in your talk. You talk like you lacking something. You talk like you need them. And they got you. They got you. You don't listen. Don't trip. Don't trip. Because you ain't talk like you fool. You try to, it's like some of the fish that's hard to get. That's how some of y'all try to play. You try hard to get it, but you already hooked. I got this one. Yeah, chill out. Yeah, he got you. You see what I'm saying here? You gotta check and see how you really operate. He said this, not that I speak in respect to one, for I have learned. You gotta learn some things, y'all. Don't worry about it, you gotta learn some things. This deal with the hard-headedness. Why? Some of y'all, you probably ain't learned nothing in years. For I have learned in whatever state I'm in, whatever, now, we're all in different states. Whatever condition I'm in, there's a million conditions. He said, and anyone I've learned to be what? Listen, what you got? Full. Oh, you got full? Okay. This, ain't that, why you ain't content? Now, what's content? That's where, see, what's content? See, you got to look at this because you got to understand your religious mind or your American mind grabbed that without no work. See that? Yeah, you right. You African American. You Latino. That's what we grabbed the American part on this, didn't we? What's content? Anybody? You got the dictionary there? What you got, Lee? You got it? What's up? You got it? So anybody, what you think contentment means? What you think?
I'm not complaining.
Not complaining? Okay.
What about the situation?
Okay. Don't worry about the situation. I'm all right. That's what you said. Don't worry about the situation. I'm all right.
I'm not thinking about it no more.
Okay, if you can take, you're not thinking about it. Okay, good. Hold on to that. Hold on for 1 second. What you got?
Being satisfied.
Satisfied? Talk to me. I see you.
You're not burdened.
You're not burdened by it. It's not heavy? You shake your head for like you agree with that. Oh, okay, good. Go ahead. He agrees with that.
Self-complacent that is contented.
Ain't it? This is crap. We got a Christ in the church definition. I'm going to bathroom. Y'all should have had this.
Oh, all right, get there. I ain't going to blow it.
Look at what you got. What is it?
To lift any barrier.
That's part of it, to lift any barrier, right? That's part of it. What you got?
I went to G142 and it says to be content, being not sufficient.
That's cool. That's why we had to open it up because in that definition, it doesn't help us out as much, does it? In those definitions. But that's why it's cool, though. That's why we had one. Okay, we had to lift any barrier, didn't it? Huh? You're not wrong. That's what it is. But it got something else there.
Probably to ward off.
Oh, say it again.
Ward off.
To ward off. Okay, good. Because now we're getting a little bit closer, right? Okay. Now here's my point, though. Hold on to this, right? Hold on to this. Because you got your eastward there?
Yeah.
Okay, now, here's my point I want you to get. It's made up of 2 words, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, give me the first one, and then I want you to hold on to the ward off. Okay? I want you to hold on to satisfied. Okay? I want you to hold on to the burden, and I'm not thinking about it. Okay? I want to show you something. What's the first word?
The first one is through the idea of battling when.
Okay, hold on. Give me the Greek word, what you think it is, even though you might not know it, because I don't know it, but we can look at it, and we got a word that's similar to it. What is it?
Autos.
Autos. Auto.
AUTOS.
Auto, okay, automobile,
Right.
okay. Anybody know what auto is? Huh?
You automatically do it. Like say if I had a problem, I went straight to God. It's like it's
It's automatic. Well, that's not that auto. This auto here, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but you want it. That auto is self.
Right. Right.
Self-driving.
Instead of manual.
What you got?
Like instead of manual,
It's self.
self. Yeah.
So you do this. See, you're going to see how to do it, though. See, that's what I want you to understand. But I want you to understand something. You do it. You have to get this contentment. I'm going to show you how to do it. But remember, it's saying you. Now, if...
So, manual's you too. Auto has the implication there's not a horse pulling it. You gotta take
Well,
that with
manual
you.
is control.
But you're still doing it.
You,
drive
yeah,
a stick.
yeah, you are doing it. That's
So
cool. Stick.
automobile is because a horse used to drive a carriage. It was
Right.
called a horseless carriage. You're doing it, not the horse.
Hold on to that, though. Okay, now watch what I'm saying to you because I want you to see something here. It's a reason it puts self there. Okay? One, because we're in the New Testament, right? And we are responding. See, we're responding, okay? As opposed to something. And let me give it to you so you can understand something. Under the old, there was a phrase that people still hold on to today. And I'm going to give it to you. The battle is not yours, it's whose? See, under grace, you're depending on his strength for you to do it. That's where we get messed up. In the Old Testament, he did it. Huh? He took care of Pharaoh. Huh? Now you got to put the armor on. Huh? See, now you got to do something. He's giving it to you.
Question on that. Because in the old, they still had to fight the battles.
Physically,
Right.
yeah.
So the same way with us, physically, we still gotta, like you said, we depended on God and His strength to do it, but we still gotta do our part.
Well. Who fought Pharaoh?
Well, yeah, that specifically was God.
Well, you got a lot of them like that because it wants you to understand this. Under the new, right? What I did there, I've given it to you now. And this is where a lot of us get stuck at, right? Because we fail to understand we have a part now to play. Okay? That's why you got weapons now. Okay? Now you gotta sit and think about that. You gotta sit and think about that, right? If the situation was $100 and I gave you $5, and when the situation comes, you still come to me and be like, yo, when you gonna pay that bill? I gave you $5 already. What you talking about? No, but I need you to do it because you're the one to pay the bills. I know what I do. That's why I gave you $5. Now you take that $5 and go pay that bill. But you're still praying. Huh? Father, pay the bill. Huh? Can you see how silly that gets? That's because we don't understand how this operates now. Okay? That's why that contentment is you doing something. You'll see what has to get done in a minute, right? It's you learning. You learning what? How to do this. How to do what? In any condition I'm in, I'm going to learn, how to get it off me. Whatever temptation come, in whatever state I'm in, because you know it's coming. And see, you got to understand something with some of us, right? You ain't dealt with it yet. That's why it's still there. That's why it's still coming. Can you see what I'm saying here? Let me finish up with this, though. Watch this. 12. I know both. There's two things. How to abase, and how to abound. I know how to have limited resources. I know how to function with unlimited resources. Stay with me here. Everywhere in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to do what? Suffer need. Watch. I can do all things through Christ who what? See that? You see, that's why I said that to you, because see, listen, that means in any situation. Now we done went over this before, and you know you got two different situations there and everything, especially when it comes to learning how to function when you don't have some of the things you think you need. There are some things that happen with us when we think we don't have what we need. And I'm going to give you just one of them so you can understand this stuff, and it's this. And watch the language, because you got to get it out of you and stuff. God don't care about my situation. Because if he cared, this is the equation, this is the calculation, this is the estimation you make. Because if he cared, I wouldn't be going through this. That's false. That's false. See? Now you're not exempt. You're not exempt from these things. That's what I'm saying. Now, you're also going to have to learn how when you have unlimited resources, even though we know for some of us, it takes a little bit above a quarter tank to mess you up. Some of us already know we never even had a full tank. Can you see what I'm saying here and stuff? But a little bit above a quarter tank, and you ain't making it to church on time. Why? You want to go to Broad Erie first. You'd be surprised. Listen, you'd be surprised the little bit of stuff that gets us, because you know why? You haven't learned how to deal with success in Christ. You haven't learned how to deal with blessings. You haven't learned how to deal with just a little bit more, let alone abound. Why? Because you got to learn how to get it off you. What you got to learn how to get off you when you're in that condition? What? I don't need to be as committed as I was to God. Took your foot off the gas. When you didn't have nothing, you was trying to pray like you ain't had, like until your lungs ran out. Now all of a sudden you got an extra loaf of bread, and you sitting up here acting like you don't need them. See, you gotta find out what it is. I'm gonna share something with y'all, because we seeing this so much. Let me just share this with y'all so y'all can understand. I seen this so much. You know how many people I seen in here when they were single? I mean, we had a service on Saturday too. Remember when we had a little Saturday, we had people. Listen, man, listen. See, when you,
Thursday, Sunday, and Saturday.
That's what I'm saying. They was in here, wasn't they? Praying, Some coming from far away. When they knew there was some prospects here. Some of them knew. I'm going to get this cat. Because he empty. He walking here with lonely on his forehead. Don't even know it. Can you see what I'm saying here? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised the way some of y'all walking in sometime. Gotcha. Why am I saying it to you? Because as soon as they found somebody, huh? I mean, we done seen some get married, huh? As soon as, yo, listen, I told him, y'all think I'm playing. I told him, I said, listen, you can smack me in the face if I take my foot off the gas when I get married. I'm going to tell you why. Because when I was single, I wasn't living my life as everything's going to be complete when I get married.
Come on.
Are you serious? Marriage ain't saved me. Huh? I mean, it's a blessing. Don't get it twisted. It's a blessing. But it ain't saved me. And you got to understand, that's how some of us with certain things. For some of y'all, it ain't got to be that. It could be a car. It could be a house. It could be anything and stuff to take you off. Because you know why? That's what your image is on now. Thinking, once I get this. Huh?
That's fine. Would you say that's one of the primary reasons why many believers don't achieve a certain economic position as a believer? So that God's somewhat of his mercy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know sometimes when I was running the streets, I thank God I made some money. But
Yeah.
then I didn't, you know, there was times like when I was empty that I was glad I didn't come up because I might have OD'd.
Yeah.
My heart might have burst or something.
Yeah.
You know, but on this side of it,
Yeah.
you know, it's like if God was to just drop it on some believers, like you said, they can't handle it incrementally.
Man, you already, yeah.
I don't answer my own question, but I'm just
Listen,
dialoguing with you.
that's why we talk training. That's why we talk process. Okay, because for some of y'all, you know, you already got a certain number in your head that you think if you had it, you see what I'm saying, you straight and stuff. I don't know where you get this from, but it's a reason why many of us don't succeed. It's because we already got this amount or this covered, and I'm straight, not understanding. No, he got you. Let him bring you up, you know, because the objective is you want to get you as high as you can be in him. Why? Because we want to spread his compassion. We want to spread his goodness. Can you see what I'm saying? But it's the reason why. It's the reason. The real thing here is the reason why we don't go far in our own development. You don't. Yeah, it is attached. We don't become the best we can be. We ain't pursuing that. Yes.
Just realizing the deception of thinking when I achieve this, there's no challenges that's going to be attached with that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's good.
I can think of times where I thought, even before marriage, you're not thinking about, you hear the challenges and people talk to you, but you're not really focusing on or focused on getting prepared.
Yeah.
Because you're not really thinking about, no, there's some challenges that's attached with this next level that I'm going to.
Oh yeah. Oh, you better talk to some of these. You better talk to some of these people that's married if you want to be married about some of the real stuff that go on, so you can understand how important you getting trained for. Because stuff will come down the road you ain't prepared for. You think you are. See, that's part. I got you, Wine. That's part of a distorted image, thinking what I feel is going to be enough. No, it ain't. I'm just trying to let you know.
No, life changes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for a lot of people, tax season and all that, all my kids basically grown. Like, you changed life. Like, as you walk with him. And so even that mindset,
Right.
you got to mature out of.
Right.
Because I'm not claiming nobody kids.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, so you're transitioning in life where, yeah, I remember 7,000. You know what I mean? Income tax. I'm in a different stage in my life. Where
Stepping on toes,
if
man.
that's all you look forward to in life, or now I'm in a higher economic bracket, you might owe something at the end of the year.
You stepping on
But
toes,
you may
man.
need more money. But sometimes we can keep ourselves at a certain level.
Yeah.
Because you want some of these government programs.
Yeah.
But God's trying to grow you beyond that. But there's self-control attached to that. There's responsibility. There's savings.
You stepping on toes, man, with the taxes.
I'm 148, but I've been through some stages in life.
Listen.
Where some of that stuff don't apply to me no more. I'm
Listen.
out of that stage.
Listen, man. Them taxes,
I ain't having no more kids.
because this is tax season. But let me just share something with you, because see, listen, you know, truth be told, you got people right now selling their kids Social Security number, right? For an extra couple $100 or whatever and stuff like that, right? You got other people, right, who fighting for their kids now because it's tax season, but you ain't been with them.
Right.
You ain't doing nothing with them. You see what I'm saying? Now you want to, this my kid though. This mine, this stuff. You want to give me mine. It's only tax season. You see what I'm saying? Right after you get that money, right? See, this is where the development come in at, because it's a lack of trusting. First of all, you understand if somebody's so focused on what you call them, you already know you ain't got a blueprint.
Right.
Can you see what I'm saying? But you got a good point, because life does change. Can you see what I'm saying here and stuff? And the reason why we're saying this is because, for real, you got to learn as a believer. Listen to me well. Me saying these things is because you're going to be successful when you practice them, and you're going to have to learn how to deal with with success. You know, you got to learn how to deal with this. And I'm gonna let you go right here. You know what you got to learn how to deal with? This you got to learn. You got to learn how to deal with this. And some of y'all is difficult because you got some of it now. You got to learn how to deal with the fact that you got more information than other people right now. You got to learn how to deal with that. Because every time we turn around, you think you need to give your opinion because you got a little bit more information than what they got and stuff. You know, I'm back to listen. Maybe you need to be quiet, let them live and stuff like that. So we're here to learn, right? Because the ultimate thing is you want to have a mind, right, that's equipped to suffer. Because what? I've equipped myself with the weapons so I can learn how to resist temptation. Okay? You have a mind of a servant, right, who's humble, who's after the exaltation. You have a mind, you got to arm yourself with the mind of him for suffering because you're after the glory. Okay? We'll look at this one too, the mind of discernment. Okay? Because you're after the free things that he has given to us. Okay? But you gotta make sure you discern. That's why we'll get into it. So, Father, we just come to you right now, thanking you for your word. We thank you for your son and all that he represents, being a lamb that was slain before the foundations of the world, being the brightness of your glory and express image of your person. We yield to your spirit that will enlighten us to your truth, that we will not just be hearers of your word, but doers of your word also. In Jesus' name, amen.